Good morning, Upper Michigan. Today, we look a little bit different than what we usually do. You know,
This isn't my normal work.
Yeah. I feel pretty buff. You know.
I feel pretty beefy.
Yeah,
you know what?
I feel.
John, we are ready to rumble. We're here at the Negaunee Ice Arena this morning. We'll be joining the Northern Lights women's hockey team ahead of their sweater weather tournament that's happening this weekend. These are the official jerseys. We get to be the first ones to wear them. How cool. And as you can tell, we're geared up. We're going to be getting onto the ice in a couple of segments here. We already have some teammates out there practicing. We're going to be doing some drills. We'll be telling you about how you can get involved in this team, whether you're a longtime hockey player or you're somebody that's just looking to try it out for the first time. I actually skated with this crew a couple of weeks ago. It was my very first time playing hockey ever. But it was so riveting as a Yooper lady to play this sport because hockey and the Upper Peninsula, they go hand in hand. So we're here now with some of those teammates. We have Dana Quinnell, Courtney Oliver, and Barb Salmela. Thank you so much for joining us here this morning. I'm really happy to help promote the Northern Lights women's hockey. How and when did this team first get started?
I do believe I started about 20 years ago. I do believe that they were started in the late 60s, early 70s. Some of the original skaters had even skated in some winter classics with their sister cities. Some of the original members included a Robin, Joan Duncan, Wendy Greer, Tracy Greer, Jackie Sweeney, Lori alias Frenchie, Patty, Mary, and Peggy Schwemmen, Sandy Enright, Helen Lafayette, and Heather. I'm not sure all the other names, but I mean, this group had skated for years. They, I think, even were part of the high school team, and I was happy to join them 20 years ago.
Dana, what is your role with this group, and what does it mean to be able to put on this tournament on this weekend?
I'm one of the organizers for the team. We're working on bringing it back. It's been a little bit dormant for the last, I'd say, about a decade. They've just been doing a couple tournaments here and there, so now we're trying to bring it back on a regular basis. I have played hockey for about 20 years myself. I started at the age of 18 when I went to Michigan Tech. I also grew up in the area but didn't get to play when I was young, and I've always loved hockey. And so when I moved back and there wasn't a women's group regularly skating, that became kind of my mission to bring that back for women like me that would prefer to skate with women only, not a co-ed group. And so here we are in our second year with bringing back the Northern Lights on a weekly basis.
Courtney, how long have you been playing hockey, and how has Northern Lights kind of shaped your experience with the sport?
I never played team sports. Hockey was my 40th birthday present to myself.
I love that.
So I didn't step foot on the ice until I turned 40, and it's only been a couple of years. So
really, it sounds like this team welcomes everybody, even if you've never stepped on the ice before. So how has this team, what have you learned by participating and being a part of Northern Lights?
I think the most important part about it for me is hanging out with these other women who like the things I do. They're funny. The locker room talk is amazing. Mm-hmm. And hockey is just a lot of fun to play. So I'm glad that I've had people around me that can teach me and who sort of put up with my learning curve on skating. So
I'm really curious about the state of women's hockey in the UP right now. You mentioned that this team kind of remained dormant for the last decade, but it's getting back to it in the last couple of years. How have you seen interest in participation grow or change over the years, Barb?
I think with the USA Hockey women kind of really getting their name out and really winning against the rivalries out in the Olympics has really sparked the girls to get involved in hockey, especially now that there's the Professional Women's Hockey League. Hopefully Michigan will get a team in the area, but that's yet to be determined. Detroit would be a great place. Even Traverse City or Grand Rapids could feed off of it. But I think girls in general are just really excited to get into the sport. Mm-hmm. A lot of them have played for years with men or with boys growing up because there hasn't been women's teams. So, I mean, I think it's a great thing to get it revitalized and get the women back out on the ice. All ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, Courtney, I mean, I like how you said that you just started when you turned 40 years old. Was it hard to pick up on it, like learning how to get on the ice, the rules, things like that? 'Cause I know nothing about hockey.
You know what? I didn't either. We actually have a teammate. We just call her offsides because she's always offsides. Hi, Terry. And it was a learning curve. But honestly, my first time on the ice, Dana was leading the practice, and I almost left about 10 minutes into it. I'm like, I'm too old for this. I shouldn't be here. But I stuck it out, and it turned out well. And everybody is so patient and so kind that I feel like I just had the good people around me teaching me how to do it. So
Yeah. I mean, I can really tell that this is a fun bunch and a great group to skate with. Even though the season has already started, are there still opportunities to get involved, become a teammate here?
Absolutely. I mean, we do there's no commitment level to this, so if you want to commit to every week, you can. Otherwise, you can come on a weekly basis. And we understand most of us are moms. We have little kids, so you can't make it every week. Some of our members are hockey moms, so they're gone a lot of weekends because their kids are skating. So it's, come as you can, learn as you can, very open, and just get out here and enjoy it and have some fun. That's our big focus.
Yeah.
It's just
And all ages. I mean, from 18, 20, 71. Still playing, loving the game.
So when do you practice, and do you have to register ahead of time?
we practice Saturday nights at 8 here in Nagani. We alternate learning one week, scrimmage the next week, and we do that all throughout the season. So if you don't want to scrimmage, if you're nervous about that, you can just come to our practice nights. Those are a little bit slower, more open, not more open, but just better for a beginner to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just an opportunity to practice some drills.
Yeah.
I know I did what I could. I didn't do what I couldn't do. Nobody batted an eyelash at me for not skating backwards and, doing all of the things up to speed with some of the other hockey players. So really is a welcoming bunch. Well, we do have to take our first commercial break of the show, but when we come back, I know that we are already geared up, but Barb is not. So we want to show you some of the gear that goes into playing hockey so that if you've never played and if you are interested in trying it out, you'll know exactly what you need. We'll talk about good ways for beginners to get some good used gear as well. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay with us.